A dolphin named Bailey heard a recording and went completely still. She swam toward the speaker, clicking rapidly. The sound? Another dolphin signature whistle. A dolphin she hadn't seen in 20 years and 6 months. She remembered the name. Here's what scientists didn't expect. Dolphins are the only animals besides humans who invent their own names, not assigned by parents, not inherited, created. Each dolphin crafts a unique whistle that broadcasts their identity for life. And they don't just recognize these names, they call each other by name, exactly like humans yelling, "Hey, Sarah," across a crowded room. But it gets stranger. Dolphins form mental images when they hear names. They use baby talk with their calves, and they just might have discovered the first words beyond individual names. Let's start with what a dolphin name actually is. Each bottlenose dolphin creates a signature whistle, a frequency-modulated sound pattern lasting 0.5 to 3 seconds. It's their acoustic fingerprint. The Caldwells first documented this in 1965, but the breakthrough came in 2006 when Vincent Janik proved something wild. Dolphins recognize each other purely by the whistle's melodic contour, even when all voice features are removed. That makes them the only animals besides humans to transmit identity independent of voice cues. The distinctiveness? Off the charts. The Sarasota Dolphin Whistle Database, cataloging 269 signature whistles from 293 dolphins, found they have the highest Beecher's information statistic ever measured. These whistles make up about 50% of all sounds wild dolphins produce. They're everywhere. If you're into wild ocean discoveries like this, you know what to do. Here's the twist that surprises everyone. Dolphin mothers don't name their babies, calves invent their own names. During the first few months to 1 year of life, calves listen to whistles around them and craft their own unique variant. A 2005 study by Deborah Fripp found calves specifically model their whistles on dolphins they rarely interact with. They deliberately avoid sounding like close associates. Male calves tend to use their mother's whistle as a template. Female calves create entirely distinct signatures. Once formed, these whistles stay stable for at least 12 to 18 years. Probably for life. But mothers do play a role, not through naming, through teaching. Audra Ames's 2016 research found mothers significantly increase signature whistle production right before and 2 weeks after birth. They repeat their own name constantly, so newborns can memorize mom's identity immediately. But the real bombshell came in 2013. Stephanie King and Vincent Janik tested wild dolphins in Scotland's Moray Firth. They played synthetic copies of dolphins' own signature whistles through underwater speakers. The results? Dolphins called back when hearing their own name. They largely ignored other whistles. King called it the first case of naming in mammals outside humans. Dolphins copy each other's signature whistles to address specific individuals. When separated, they produce copies of their friends' whistles, calling out the other dolphin's name. As King explained, you don't call out your name, you call the name of your friend. The copies happen within 1 second of hearing the original, almost exclusively between mother-calf pairs or allied males. And here's the detail that matters. The copies contain subtle differences that mark them as copies. It's the acoustic equivalent of calling, "Hey Sarah," rather than pretending to be Sarah. Then Jason Bruck documented something that stunned everyone. 2013, testing 43 dolphins across 6 facilities. He played recordings of signature whistles from former tankmates. The longest recognition? Bailey and Allie, separated for 20 years and 6 months. They'd lived together as juveniles at Dolphin Connection in the Florida Keys, then decades of zero contact. Bailey recognized Allie's name instantly, swam toward the speaker, showed heightened attention. But here's what broke the paradigm. Bruck found no decay in recognition. Dolphins responded just as strongly to whistles from companions separated decades ago as from recent acquaintances. The memory appears functionally limitless within a dolphin's lifespan. That's the longest social memory ever documented in a non-human species. 2022. Scientists took it further. Bruck, Walmsley, and Janik published in Science Advances. Dolphins were presented with urine samples. Dolphins can identify individuals by taste. Then they played signature whistles. When the urine and whistle matched, same dolphin, subjects showed heightened excitement. Most striking? When given just urine to sample, dolphins sometimes spontaneously whistled that dolphin's signature whistle. Think about what that means. Dolphins don't just associate sounds with familiarity. They form concepts of specific individuals that can be triggered through multiple senses. As researchers noted, this is the first time this type of representational naming has been found in any other animal aside from humans. They're not just hearing a name. June 2023. Another parallel to human communication emerged. Leila Sae analyzed 38 years of recordings from Sarasota Bay. She found female dolphins systematically modify their signature whistles when communicating with calves. Specifically, higher maximum frequencies, about 2 kHz higher than normal, and wider frequency ranges. All 19 mother dolphins studied showed this modification. It's dolphin baby talk, the exaggerated, higher-pitched speech adults use with babies. Same functions, capturing infant attention, strengthening bonding, aiding vocal learning. First evidence of mother-s in non-human mammals. But how do they physically make these complex sounds? Unlike humans with vocal cords, dolphins use specialized structures in their nasal passages. Tissue flaps beneath the blowhole. They vibrate. Sound passes through the melon, a fatty organ in the forehead that acts as an acoustic lens. Here's the key. Dolphins have 2 independent pairs of phonic lips. 2013 research by Madsen showed the right pair produces echolocation clicks. The left pair generates whistles. They can echolocate while simultaneously communicating. Signature whistles typically range 7 to 15 kHz. Echolocation clicks peak at 40 to 130 kHz. Dolphin hearing? 75 Hz to over 150,000 Hz, 7 times broader than human hearing on the upper end. Different dolphin populations speak different dialects. A 2021 study analyzed dolphins across 9 Atlantic and Mediterranean locations. They identified 24 distinct signal subtypes. Only 29% were universal. Social signals showed the greatest divergence. Miami dolphins sound distinctly different from Tampa dolphins. Croatian dolphins differ from Sardinian dolphins. These differences persist across generations. 2001. Diana Rice and Lori Marino published the landmark mirror test study. 2 dolphins, Presley and Tab at the New York Aquarium, demonstrated clear self-directed behavior when marked with non-toxic ink. First convincing evidence of mirror self-recognition in a non-primate species. A 2018 follow-up found dolphins show this as young as 7 months. Dolphins also transmit culture across generations. Shark Bay, Australia. Dolphins carry conical marine sponges on their beaks while foraging, protecting their rostrums from sharp rocks. Janet Mann documented it. Crutzen's 2005 genetic analysis proved it transmits mother to offspring. True vertical cultural transmission. 2020 study documented a second innovation, shelling, using gastropod shells. This spreads through non-vertical social transmission. Like great apes, a dolphin named Billy learned tail walking during rehabilitation. Returned to the wild, taught the behavior to another female. A tail walking fad demonstrating spontaneous imitation. April 2025. The discovery that changed everything. Sae, Janik, Jensen and colleagues published research documenting widespread sharing of stereotyped non-signature whistle types. They identified 22 shared whistle types, produced by 25 to 35 plus individuals each. 2 types showed clear functions. NSWA appears to be an alarm call, elicits avoidance responses. NSWB functions as a query produced when something unexpected is heard. This research won the inaugural $100,000 Collar Doolittle Prize. Here's what it means. Dolphins may possess language-like communication beyond individual names. Shared words with referential meaning. Not just, I am whistle, potentially, danger, what was that? Words. Major questions still remain unanswered. Do dolphins use third-person reference? Discussing absent individuals by name. What information beyond identity do signature whistles convey? Why do calves model whistles on distant acquaintances rather than close associates? Do burst pulse sounds carry specific meanings? Can dolphins learn names for objects, places, or concepts? We don't know. So here's what we've learned. Dolphins create their own names within their first year of life. They remember those names for over 20 years with no memory decay. They call each other by name by copying whistles. They form mental images when hearing names. Mothers use baby talk, and they may have just discovered shared words that function like vocabulary. They're not mimicking human language. They evolved their own system millions of years before humans existed. The most profound part? What signature whistles reveal about dolphin society? A world of long-term relationships maintained across vast ocean distances, where individuals matter enough to have names, where calling a friend's name after decades apart still gets an answer. We thought naming was uniquely human. a marker of our cognitive superiority. Turns out dolphins figured it out first, in the ocean. Without hands, without written language, without ever meeting us. They've been calling each other's names all along. We just weren't listening. Subscribe for more mysteries hiding in the deep.